It's not good. Alright, welcome to the messy bedroom. Let me show you around my studio. So this is the messy bedroom. Pretty much this is my sort of front room creative space that's kind of more for relaxing and hanging out. So my desk is pretty simple and clean now. That's the way I've kind of always wanted it, but now I finally have it that way. I just have a Digi O2 rack and a Behringher Ultragain Pro, so I can run 16 channels of audio into Pro Tools. I also have a rig set up over here for MIDI. That way I can do everything on Ableton. And then I'm running a Epson V550 Pro for scanning negatives and photographs and Polaroids and whatnot. And then yeah, my little project wall of video ideas and art and my collaging supplies, plants. Yeah, what can I say? Started out with like one or two cacti, and they kind of developed from there. Some of them have names. That one over there. This is Ashley. She's a Peruvian torch. This is Sammy. He is a euphorbia. This is Sammy too, Sammy Davis Jr. And this is Rocco. He's gotten really big. He's like gotten like super gangly, but yeah. Anyways, you don't need to know all my plants' names. And just for fun, I've got my Nintendo GameCube hooked up over here to my old TV from my childhood because why play video games high def when they weren't meant to be? So yeah, that's what I've got that for. I've got some beverages and plenty of film, some coveted FP100 still ready to go. We've even got the OG 690. And then behind door number 2, we've got pretty much just my storage closet over here, all my CDs, cameras, things like that. Let's take a look. Then we have the stereo, so we got the turntable, tape deck, and then the old reel-to-reel is also hooked up as well. I want to play a Prince record and get demonetized. Records are over here. 45s. This is the studio. Alright, so this is the studio. Pretty much I wanted to make it more of a one-man band studio. I was really inspired by Stuart Copeland's setup. He had everything sort of wired so that you could go over, play a guitar, it's always recording. You could play keyboard and it's being sequenced. Head behind the drums. Whatever I'm playing, it's mic'd up, ready to go. Pretty much I just didn't want to have to stop for anything because that's what jams up creativity. Let's talk about my studio a little bit. No computers in here whatsoever, unless you count the MPC, but it Doesn't really display much more than a Commodore 64 does, but it has more memory. Everything records into here, my Yamaha MT8X. It is an 8-track cassette recorder. Everyone's familiar with like the 4 tracks. This is the same idea, just with 8 tracks. I have my synth set up, the SP404. I pretty much just use that for auxiliary send effects. And yeah, I got the DX7, the Moog, the MicroKorg. I run my SM7 through a Focusrite ISO 1 preamp, and that just sounds really nice and full. Everything's crisp and sounds like you're whispering in somebody's ear, which is, you're trying to get that ASMR by SM7. Anyways, so yeah, this is my computer-free recording setup. Everything goes to tape. I've got a backlog of Maxel XLIIs and SA90s for all you tape nerds out there. But yeah, everything's hardware, MIDI, and tape because I don't want to deal with the computer loading, plugins, too many options. Where do I start? Pretty much, I kind of come in, I pick a sound, I pick a drum kit, I work out a beat, I work on 4 bars at a time. It's only 4 bars at a time. So yeah, let's take a look at some sequencing. Yeah, so I can pretty much play that into here. And then I can add another track on top of that. And you add your beat. Guitar. Everything's ready to go. All I have to do is plug in and it's mic'd up. And over here we've got my guitars. Not all of them are accounted for, but I've got my bass, the Jazz Master, my Jaguar, my Tascam. Sadly, in there is my number 1, my Telecaster. It's currently still in pieces. It's been in pieces since I recorded my album 5 years ago, and it needs new pickups and some other work. And this is a wall of sound. This is pretty much some of my favorite stuff. Got my 77 Music Master bass amp. I believe a late 80s Fender Sidekick bass amp. I don't know, I bought it for like $60, but it gives you that Kim Deal perfect Pixies bass sound every time. Oh, and I sold my Kurt Cobain 1996 Fender Jag Stang, which sometimes I regret selling, but at the same time I do own a 1966 Fender Bandmaster, so it's a pretty good trade-off. Although that guitar keeps going up in value, so I'm kind of like, eh. Running it through a Vox Custom Classic 212. Over there I have an Orange Tiny Terror, which I'm running Mullard NOS tubes. And then a Sovtech MiG-50 tube midget. It's like the shorter version of the MiG-50. Pretty much gives you like a Fender Bassman and a JCM, Marshall JCM 800 in one box. Or think of it like as like a JCM 800 on 6L6. And this is my drum kit here. It's a 1960s Silvertone stencil kit. It is pretty much just like a 50s Slingerland Radio King knockoff, but it's kind of cool because it was made in Japan in the Pearl Drum Factory. Yeah, so that concludes the studio tour. So far, this is my favorite iteration of the Messy Bedroom so far. It's definitely the most productive. I can literally get from keyboards to drums to guitars, literally from sitting where I'm at. No computers to slow me down. I literally hit record and play, and I'm recording. Yeah, the way it should be, man. One little fun fact before we go. This is where it all started. Before guitar, before anything else. I think I got this for Christmas in 1988. My parents thought it'd be a cute little gift to keep me occupied for maybe a year or two, and probably never thought that 30 years later I'd still be using it as one of my best Christmas gifts. Alright,